Big news tonight about racial profiling in America's largest city. Today, New York City officials made good on their threat and filed an appeal challenging a judge's ruling that the police stop and frisk policy violated the constitutional rights of minorities. Mayor Bloomberg took to the airwaves again today to defend the law and attack the judge for her decision.
Think about this judge who stop and frisk. What does she know about policing? Absolutely zero. Your safety and the safety of your kids is now in the hands of some woman who does not have the expertise to do it.
Judge Shira Schindlin doesn't have the expertise. She's a federal judge who also served as a United States attorney. Mayor Bloomberg certainly doesn't have her kind of experience. The truth is, this program violates people's rights, and the city of New York needs to stop defending it. Today's appeal only serves to delay justice. Joining me now is a former New York Times columnist, Bob Herbert. Thanks for being here, Bob.
Appreciate it. Nice to be here, Reverend.
Bob, I want to quote from an article about you. You wrote about the stop and frisk policy. And the quote I want to read, you said, "Imagine Michael Bloomberg being stopped on the street by police and ordered in contemptuous tones to spread his arms and legs wide and lean over the hood of a car. Such humiliating treatment by the police has been a daily reality for staggering numbers of young Black and Latino New Yorkers." I mean, why is the mayor continuing to defend this policy?
You know, I pointed out in that piece, which is on a blog post that I wrote at demos.org, and I point out in the piece that the mayor has been as contemptuous of the judge in this case as he and the police department have been of the people that they've been stopping under the stop and frisk program. I think the important thing for New Yorkers to understand is how humiliating and degrading this program really is, and the fact that it is deliberately targeted at Black and brown New Yorkers. The second thing, that's the most important thing. The government should not be in the business of degrading its own citizens. All right. The second thing, though, that's really important is that it's preposterous to consider this an effective crime-fighting tool, because as I pointed out, virtually everybody that they're stopping is innocent. If you use the police department's own statistics, you'll find that they're not arresting criminals. They are not stopping crimes in progress, and they are not seizing contraband, guns or drugs or that sort of thing. And why? Because the people that they're stopping are innocent of any wrongdoing.
88% of the people they stop, nothing. And the percentage of those they do stop,
very minor offenses, and as I pointed out in the piece, I have known over the years many people, I've talked to them, who have had bogus charges filed against them, and these charges were thrown out either by the district attorney's office or by a judge once it got to court.
But it almost seems irrational, because some of us have worked with this mayor on different issues, totally irrational on this, totally attacking everybody that questions it, and now it's going from bad to worse, because let me show you this. Now he's suggesting today that fingerprinting public housing residents would help bring down crime. Listen to this.
The people that live there, most of them, want more police protection. They want more people. If you have strangers walking in the halls of your apartment building, don't you want somebody to stop and say, "Who are you? Why are you here?" What we really should have is fingerprinting to get in. And of course, since there's an allegation that some of these apartments aren't occupied by the people who originally have the lease.
Now let me tell you what my problem is with that. You know, a few weeks ago, I had challenged the Democratic candidates for mayor to spend a night in a housing project with me, and we did. We were in apartments that had 4- and 5-year moles on the wall that you couldn't get repaired. Elevators that haven't worked. You've had teenagers that had elevators that they never seen operate in their lifetime. But you're going to take money to fingerprint people in housing projects, and you won't even repair their apartments?
white people would never put up with it. If you were going to go into a white neighborhood and start talking about fingerprinting people before they'd be allowed to go in and out of their own homes, there would be outrage all over the city. The idea that he could suggest this about African Americans and Latinos is just disgusting. And the other thing is, as you're pointing out, if you want to do something to help the people who are living in public housing projects, take care of the conditions in those projects that the city is responsible for. And if there's crime in the projects, provide them with adequate police protection.
Let me get this response from you quickly. Commissioner Ray Kelly of New York will be on Meet the Press this Sunday in a preview clip that we just got. He says stop and frisk helps fight crime. Watch this and give me your response.
Nobody wants to be stopped. At the very least, you're giving up your time. But we need some balance here. We have record low numbers of murders in New York City, record low numbers of shootings. We're doing something right to save lives.
The crime started going down under Dave Dinkins in 1990. This is way before stop and frisk was.
And the police officers that Giuliani and Ray Kelly and Michael Bloomberg have been able to use to help fight crime in the city are the result of legislation passed by Mayor Dinkins that raised taxes to pay for additional police officers on the beat. But just one final point. All the people who say that stop and frisk is an important crime-fighting tool never explain. They're never willing to explain how this fights crime. How does stopping innocent people stop crime? You never get those answers.
Bob Herbert, thank you for your time tonight. Have a great weekend.
Thank you so much.